Hey everyone, it is Velvet. Welcome back to more Persona 3 FES. And the last one, we defeated the Reaper, as long as the Fierce Cyclops. And this one, we just have one more Tartarus Guardian left to go. And here is my final party, which, thankfully enough, suit the next boss pretty well. I have a thought. I'm gonna resummon Thor, just so I can have an elect break. Because I think this strategy is so lame. But like, it works is the thing. So we'll see what happens. Thor is Chariot, I believe. Ooh. Yeah, resummoning him hurts, even with our large amount of money. How much does Odin is about the same. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, man. Okay. Well. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to try and just do it with Abaddon, the boss with Abaddon first. But depending on how much damage I'm not doing, will depend if I switch to Thor to electricity break it. Either way, let us go. And ascend the final bit of Tartarus before the end of the end games. I'm gonna... No, I'll leave my bow equipped for now. No sense switching it out just to switch it back for the boss, you know? Something's different about the enemies around there. I'll scan ahead. It might take some time, though. Okay, last little push to talk about the rest of the personas. Not gonna waste many more time with preamble, let's get into it. We were in the middle of Greco-Roman. Attis is a deity of vegetation and harvest in Phrygian myth specifically, later being adopted into Greek myth. He's known for the circumstances of both his birth and his death, in which he was born from the deity Agdistis castrating himself and his blood fertilizing an almond, which ended up birthing Attis. And then later, Agdistis fell in love with Attis, and out of jealousy at Attis's wedding, he induced insanity, causing Attis to then castrate himself and die. You have Cybele, also from Phrygian myth. She's often compared to both Gaia and Rhea from Greek mythology. She's the mother of the gods, and the aforementioned Attis is also described as a consort of hers. We have Saturnus, who is the Roman equivalent of Kronos, a god of time, wealth, and agriculture. Like Kronos, he surrendered his position among the gods to his son, Jupiter. However, unlike Kronos, he was still revered as a significant god, with a large festival named after him that celebrates him, which is called Saturnalia. And lastly, Orpheus Telos, one of the main character's final and ultimate personas. I've talked about Orpheus in depth before, so I don't need to do so again. But Telos means end, and refers to one's final purpose. So Orpheus Telos is basically just complete Orpheus. And last, we have all of the personas listed under the Abrahamic umbrella, which refers to Christianity, Judaism, and Islamic religions, predominantly. And there are a lot of them, so let's get going. We have Lilim, who in Jewish folklore is referred to as a night spirit that preys on men. They're similar to succubi and are the offspring of Lilith, who is a specific demon, often called the first wife of Adam, who refused to become subservient to him, which go off, and who left the Garden of Eden and instead chose to pair with the archangel Samael, and is also thought to be the first succubus. And succubus are very popular in fiction at this point. Succubi are demonic beings that try to seduce men through dreams and try to prey on their lust to sustain and empower themselves. There are also incubi, who are often considered the male counterpart to succubi. They're demons that try to sleep with sleeping women. Children born from them are thought to be witches, or are thought to be where children with deformities come from. Must be the demons is a fantastic attitude to have towards deformities. This is sarcasm in case it wasn't clear. And mentioned earlier is Samael, who is often equated with Satan, though is not usually the same being. He's primarily thought to be an angel of death and is considered a source of evil and is responsible for the serpent that tempted Adam. The serpent is also sometimes believed to be Lilith. And speaking of, we have Satan, aka the devil, usually thought to be a fallen angel who rebelled against God and tempts humanity towards sin. That said, he's still just as often seen as an agent of God who's granted authority over hell and is meant to test humanity's loyalty to God. So we have Lucifer, Lightbringer, which is a name for Satan mainly in Christianity. In Hebrew, he's often called Hallel instead, though. But either way, they refer to the same being, despite Persona using both of those as separate personas. Usually in conversation, I see these names refer to specifically his angel form, and the persona depictions go for that idea as well. But that's not necessarily true. Also, apparently Lucifer isn't used in modern translations of the Bible, however, and it's just translated as Morning Star, which, fun fact, is his unique move in Persona, so that's nice. We have Raphael, an archangel who in Jewish tradition is said to be one of the 3 visitors of the prophet Abraham, along with Michael and Gabriel. He's thought to have the power to heal and blessed the pool of Bethesda, which Jesus uses in one story to heal a paralyzed man. As mentioned, we have Gabriel, another archangel who's revered as a saint, and whose role is conveying God's will to man, appearing to many different prophets, not just Abraham. And Michael, oft the leader of the archangels. When Satan rebels against God, it is Michael who does battle with him and casts him out of heaven. Another archangel is Uriel, whose domain is knowledge. He is who man goes to seek information and to help with decisions, and is the specific angel known for warning Noah of the biblical Great Flood. We have Kaiwan, also known as Kiyun or Remphan, who appears to be a Hebrew god referred to and condemned in the New Testament, being called the Star of Your God, quote-unquote. It is also associated with the planet and god Saturn. There's the Pale Rider, who probably refers to the last of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, specifically the rider of the Pale Horse, Death, who is followed by the afterlife itself, named Hades, funny enough, who receives all that death takes. I've talked about some angels in the angel hierarchy before, so let's finish those off that have personas. We have Dominion, who is the highest in the middle sphere of angels. Dominions are in charge of the movement of the stars and different planets. They take orders from the Seraphim and Cherubim, who are the 2 highest of the angel hierarchy, who don't have personas, sadly, and Dominions supervise angels below them. And then we have Throne, the lowest in the upper sphere of angels, who are generally what people think of when they refer to biblically accurate angels, often depicted as wheels with eyes, and, as their name imply, reside at the throne of God. We have Mot, who is a god of death and infertility from Canaan, the enemy of the god Baal, who is conversely a god of life and fertility. They perpetually fight, and Baal is defeated by Mot and is resurrected annually. We have Nebiros, who has very few good sources, but is supposedly a field marshal of hell. He can be summoned to inflict misery upon others, as well as teach about the occult side of different life forms. We have Melchizedek, who appears briefly in the God of Genesis. His name means King of Righteousness, and he is the king priest of Salem. He is respected by Abraham, and in turn offered his blessings onto him. So, Trumpeter. There's no specific being called Trumpeter, but Megami Tensei Wiki claims that he is based off of the angels that play the 7 trumpets that sound off the apocalypse, which makes sense to me. There is Abaddon, which is the name of both a location and of a specific angel. The place is described as a place of destruction, or a bottomless pit where the souls of the dead rest. The angel is called a destroyer and commands an army of locusts. Another one that has 2 separate personas that refer to the same thing, Baal-Zebul and Beelzebub. These are just both names for the Lord of Flies, Prince of Hell and Demon of Gluttony, also thought to birth flies, as well as cause sickness. In Christianity specifically, this name is also used as an alternate name for Satan, but they are not traditionally the same being. So, Mother Harlot, who seems to be based off of the Whore of Babylon, who is a figure described in the Book of Revelation, who is dressed in purple and adorned with gold, drunk on the blood of saints, which many interpret to be an allegorical representation of the Roman Empire, who was persecuting Christianity at the time. There is Sandalphon, an archangel not mentioned in scripture, but still present in Judaic traditions, thought by some to be the prophet Elijah ascended to the form of an angel. He's also described as the twin brother of Metatron, who is described as the celestial scribe, as well as one of God's mediators. Like Sandalphon, he's often believed to be an ascended form of an important biblical human, in this case, of Enoch, the patriarch. And lastly, we have Messiah, the protagonist's ultimate persona. Messiah is a term that popularly applies to Jesus Christ in Christianity. However, in Judaism, he's not the Messiah. The term refers to a savior figure for a group of people who's fated to unite together and rescue them, delivering them into an era of prosperity. In terms of the Persona 3 protagonist, I feel the connection is extremely obvious. The prophesized fall is basically apocalyptic, and naturally you, as the protagonist, are the one destined to prevent it and bring stability back to people, and defeat the false prophet that Takaya represents. And that is all of them. That was a lot, but it was super interesting to research and learn about, because I didn't initially know a lot of this, truth be told. A lot of this was new to me. So it was very cool to learn about and to see where a lot of things seem to originate from, because a lot of religion and mythology tends to originate in a sort of observation of the world, trying to find explanations for things, right? So I think that's just kind of neat. But a lot of it was also kind of difficult to parse through, because religion and mythology often gets confusing and can be inconsistent as hell. But it's really neat if you can sort through it all, right? I sense a really strong enemy. It's in the middle, okay? It usually is. But before we spy it, you know how this goes. We go back to the first floor, we save, we come back. Okay. Time for the final Tartarus Guardian. Let's hope I get a good turn order against this thing, or it's gonna suck a little bit.
The Hanged Man. That's this Guardian's Arcana.
Yeah, I guess that's okay. So, this is the Jotun of Grief. This guy sucks. So, the Jotun of Grief, and the reason why I'm equipping a spear is that it drains every type of attack except for pierce damage. Which is also why I picked up Thor to get electricity break back. So I could switch to that if this damage output does not seem sufficient. It can also deal pierce damage to you. It can hit you with a Megadolon. It can hit you with your entire party with all debuffs. It can enrage you. And it has Mind Charge. So if it hits you with a Mind Charge Megadolon, good luck. Which also means that the magic mirrors I have on hand will be very useful for that. It might even just be prudent to put one of those up right off the bat. Agiko, you will not be attacking at all. Debuffs. Yukari, you may attack if you wish, but heal support. And then Aegis, you know what you're doing. You just do you. We'll set up a scan for this so the enemy or our party members will realize what it has. And then, yeah, let's put up a magic mirror so it can't just hit us with Megadolon. There's no other attack it'll be using. So, and it won't be able to drain almighty damage, so yeah, this is fine.
It won't go down. Enemy is still
100, I think it has about 4,000 attack, so that's not terrible. Oh, Windbreak. So she can hit it with wind if she wants. How much damage do I do? I also know we have a Mataru up because we entered with Abaddon. 142. It'll be a bit more with Marakunda.
enemy is still alive. Hang in there.
The magic mirrors counter status ailments, huh? Interesting. Well, let's put another one of these back up then. Okay, yeah, I think it's not as if this is an awful amount of damage, but I am curious to see what we can do with an electricity break and thunder rain.
Defeat it.
I also very much do not want to get hit by that at Fear. It's not as awful as it could be, except for Agihiko. I'm gonna take the risk. And if it mind charges, ooh, that's a lot of SP. That makes sense. But if it mind charges, I'm throwing down a magic mirror immediately. I refuse to get hit by a beefed up Megadolon.
Still alive.
Hasta la vista. Enemy is still alive.
That's fine. I'm okay with Primal Force. I just don't want my party to get infuriated is the entire thing. Okay. Let's see what this does. He did not... He sounded like he was in pain doing that. 400. Yeah, this is just factually the best play. I don't have Aegis set to knock down, so she'll just attack again after this, so let's just use the all-out attack. See how much that does. Yeah, we want to be using that, I think.
I won't lose.
Part of me wants to have it get an a mind charge Megadolon off, so I can just reflect it back at itself. But I don't think I should be getting greedy. I think I should be ending the fight. You know?
It won't go down. Let us strike while the iron's hot. I can't miss.
I might play stupid. I kinda really want that to happen. I still have one more. Yeah, I still have one more Thunder Rain in. Okay. Everybody. Heal support. Or, yeah, heal support. If you end up killing it, that's fine. However...
I need your help.
I really want to do this. I really want to do this. I know I'm gonna, like, regret this.
I won't lose.
But I'm stupid.
Defeat it.
Like, you're right there, right? You have to switch to those tactics. Come on. Everybody stand by.
Leave it to me.
Let me try that.
Oh man, I cannot wait until this absolutely ruins my day. Don't use Primal Force. Don't be lame. Come on. Use Mind Charge. Don't be a coward. Oh, you're just gonna use Infuriate? I'm going to regular attack you, and if I kill you, that's fine. But I'm not going to rush to end the fight, because I so desperately want to see this. Well, he would just regular Mind Charge, huh? Or regular Megadolon. But now I know he's gonna cast it. Now I know he's gonna cast it. So, Yukari, you can heal. I wonder if he just uses Infuriate to bypass the mirror. That might just be what it's doing. That's fine.
In there.
That's fine. Oh! So, that bypasses the mirrors then. Good to know. Well then. In which case,
I understand.
we attack. Now I know. I didn't know that. So that's actually very good information.
Persona! Yukari-chan! I'll show you my true power.
Interesting.
Agility down. Please be careful.
I owe you one.
Persona!
I guess that makes sense, because Almighty bypasses all resistances and everything too. So it makes sense that it would bypass Reflect. I just didn't expect it.
Akihiko-senpai is unconscious. Hang in there.
I want everybody to get experience, however, no, we'll unlock Monad very soon. Let's just end this fight.
No shadows detected. The battle's over.
Fine statuette. All traces of the Guardian have vanished. We did it! That was the last one! We're almost to the top. It was such a long way, but we're almost there. Together, we can see this through to the end. A mysterious voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Judgment Arcana. The Nyx Annihilation Team Social Link has reached level 9. Just one more rank up to go. And let's get our treasure chest. So we get a Soma here. And then over here, we get another Soma. You can just put those two together. Maybe throw it in a golden chest, give us 3. No? Alright. Fair enough, I guess. For some reason, there are way fewer enemies in that area. Yeah, probably. Let's just ignore them and ascend. You're on the 254th floor now. I sense an area with no outer wall. That's probably what Ryoji-kun was talking about. The way to the promised place. That's where we're supposed to go on January 31st. We've made it this far. I have faith in you. Considering how strong you are, I know you can succeed. Let's win this battle. A mysterious voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Judgment Arcana hath been set free. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Messiah, the ultimate form of the Judgment Arcana. And also, canonically, the protagonist's ultimate persona. The Nyx Annihilation Team Social Link has reached its maximum level. You have mastered the Nyx Annihilation Team Social Link. Forged a bond that cannot be broken. And yep, we can now create Messiah, the Savior! However, this is still not the very top. We are blocked here. And this only opens on the final day. But let us return to the entrance. And there's the door to Monad. I'm going to peek into it, but first we save. I'm not going to explore Monad fully. There is no reason to, but it's an enormous door. Let us enter. So, welcome to Monad. It is a 10-floor block, and the floors are pretty big, and the shadows we fight here are quite strong.
Scan the target. I need your help.
And honestly quite dangerous to face.
Enemy is still
However, fire, huh? Okay. However, if we beat them, we should get a lot of experience. You can grind the Monad Depths to level 99 fairly easily.
It's weak against fire.
I probably have flame stuff to use, right? Yeah, Miragi.
Keep it up. Let us strike while the iron's hot.
And like, keep in mind that this is just an enemy on the first floor. Naturally, as you go deeper, enemies will give you more. So let's see what we get from this. Ooh, 300 damage just from one attack. And that's against Agiko, who has a very nice Aegis, Jesus. And that's against Agiko, who has a bit of endurance. So he should be able to take a hit. If he attacked Yukari, she'd be like probably dead.
One more to go.
And let's see what we get from this. 4,000 experience. Just for that. Now imagine if we got a shuffle time with a plus 10 wands.
My skills have improved.
A plus 10 wand thing. Like, we'd be getting a lot of experience here. So, For the rest of the requests, I will be grinding here. But let's finish the ones we can do elsewhere first. You know? Because, like, we will need to level up a lot to finish the rest of the requests. I think we need to, like, reach level 90, all in all, to get the last fusion spell. But first, let's see everything we have. So, we still have... Oh, wait. That door that appeared in the lobby. I would like to see the katana obtained from there. The Myoho Muramasa. We'll go for that later. I'll also have to look up what floors that katana visits on. So we're gonna want to go with this to get 3 platinum medals. But first, Lilith with Mabufudine. We should be a high enough level to get that now. So let's go for that. So have we fused Byakko yet? I know we've talked about it. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so first we need Kikurihime of the Priestess Arcana. So I believe we can... I believe we can fuse up like so. So if we take those 3, we can fuse these 3 together, yes, to get Kikurihime. What it has, I believe, does not matter. Cool breeze, huh? We'll probably, yeah, not that we're using Kikurihime, but let's replace Medea, I guess. Very nice of it to inherit resist ice. Charm D, sure. I'm not letting something happen to resist ice. I think resist ice is fine. Okay, and then I believe I have Raphael on hand. In which case, I just need to summon Throne, which I believe... Yeah, there's Throne. I can't wait to go through all 7 million of my yen doing all this. And then from here... I believe we can fuse these 3 together. Oh, for Cybele. Ooh. That's not quite what I wanted, but I guess because I've maxed out the Lover Social Link, this is what I get, huh? Apparently I can fuse Throne with Kali. If I have Kali. Siegfried would also work. Kali's cheaper, so I'll go with Kali, thanks. Okay, that gives us Byakko. Who I should then fuse with Cuckoo Lane, I believe. Of course, fusing with Cuckoo Lane implies that I have Cuckoo Lane, which I do not. I wonder if I can fuse them with anything I have on hand. Either way, I'm gonna need to make room. Oh hey, I could have made Byakko that way. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what do I get rid of here? The sun, I guess. Or the lovers. We'll just get Titania back. We'll get rid of Jotia, I guess. Hey, fusion accident. What are we getting, Igor? It'd be great if we got Cuckoo Lane. That's not. No, who is that? That is Hariti. Okay. Hariti. I mean, I'll take her. So, I believe for our next fusion, we're going to want Titan, Sarasvati, and Loa. And with that, we should be able to fuse Cuckoo Lane. I should be in the fusion menu, not the compendium menu. Yep, there we go. I haven't seen a Mabufudine along this path, so I believe I may have made something akin to a mistake. Survive Dark? Sure. We'll replace Torrent Shot with that. Yeah, I believe I've made a bit of a mistake here. So how do I... At the very least, I'm fusing new personas. But how do I salvage this? Because, like, the thing I'm looking at says to fuse these two together, and that doesn't even get me... That doesn't even get me, what I want. Yeah, no, I've, made a mistake. How do I get... Do I have Gabriel? No, but how do I get Gabriel? I think because I got the fusion accident I do have a path there. And that requires first I need to fuse up. First, I have to make room. Sure, let's fuse Cybele. Why not? Hey, at the very least, even if things are wrong, I'm filling out my persona deck. So eventually I'll get a persona with Mabufudine that I can somehow sneak over to Lilith, right? So, we'll get there. We'll get there. As long as we can fill the Persona Compendium, we're like fine. Okay, now let's get Orpheus. Because from here, we can fuse up to get Loki, I believe. If not, that's gonna suck. Yeah, there we go. We get Loki from this. And then we get Jotun back. And we fuse Jotun, Loki, and Hariti to get Gabrielle, who will give us Mabufudine. Depending on how much XP we get from this, I may need to level it up separately. But at the very least, we are getting Mabufudine from this. Something. No, I like having the null skill, actually. There we go. Mabufudine. We're in. I don't care about the success rate of light magic. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I will... No, we're keeping null electricity. There we go. God damn. We're making it. It's taking forever. But we are making it. And then we'll need to take, I believe, an Aramitama for that. Who is Chariot? If I recall, yes. And we fuse that down into Succubus. And we need Succubus to inherit Mabufudine. There. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess Loki has Mabufudine now. Oh, I'm mad at that. I'm genuinely mad. Come on, dude. Now I have to do that again. Gotta spend more of my money on that. I'm livid, actually. Igor, I want your nose as a trophy for that. You are dead to me. Gonna have to clear space again. There. Now Succubus has Mabufudine, and I'm going to register this right away, just in case some bullshit happens. 'Cause, like, you know it will. And then I now have to make some room because I have to summon 3 personas. So, you know what, Loki, you can get out of here. We'll fuse Skahoth. So now... we need Incubus as well. We need Vedala. And we need Lilim. And now we'll be able to fuse an interesting combination. We'll be able to fuse Lilith. Make sure she's inheriting Mabufudine. You know you want to. Stop trying to inherit all of these junk skills. Bitch, I'll maul you. There it is. Goddamn. That took way too many refreshes. And there she is, Lilith. And now we just gotta make sure, double sure, not to overwrite Mabufudine. Let's overwrite null electricity first, because we drain it. What's fast retreat do? Increases chance? Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll go for that. And finally, after all of that, we can turn this in. I see that you have a Lilith with you, and that she has the skill Mabufudine. She is much stronger than she appears. I'm impressed you can control her. Well done. You fulfilled my request. And now we register her immediately. And I know we get a new request from that, right? Just create Loki. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I can fuse Loki right here. And he has to be plus level 63, but like, you already have that. Ah, I see you have Loki with you, and he has a sufficient level. Well done, you fulfilled my request. I have asked you to create 12 different personas through fusion. You have done so impressively, and in the process expanded your arsenal of personas. And now I'm giving you the perfect reward to assist you. With it, you'll be able to create Masakado via fusion. Masakado is unbelievably strong, and you will need to be equally powerful to control him. But I'm sure you are up to the challenge. Is that our next request, mayhaps? Fuse Masakado? No more Persona Fusion requests. So we just get Masakado now. Except probably not. So Shadow Hound will need Cuckoo Lane with his instructor. Which my brain immediately goes to Siegfried. However, I'm just going to double check that. So... No, it is Skahath, which we have now, actually. So I think that's just fine. Cuckoo Lane is tower, is he not? Yeah. Do we have... Oh, do we already have both of them in our inventory? Yes, we do. Okay, so now we can go and perform that fusion raid. And I will go looking for golden shadows in the Adama block, I believe it was, so we can try and get that request out of the way as well. But we'll enter a battle. No, I don't need your help, Junpei. Actually, sorry. We'll enter. There we go. We'll enter a battle to show off Shadowhound. With Skahath and Cuckoo Lane's power, you're able to use Shadowhound. So, deals heavy strike damage to all foes. Not a lot of damage because it's against this enemy, I guess. But even so. Alright, time to look for, time to look for golden shadows.
A surprise attack! There's only one! Good job!
Well, we got one platinum medal, which, added to the one we have before, is still not enough, but we've made progress, and we've had to come back to the lobby, so let's turn in fusion spell, Shadowhound. The teacher and her pupil created this maneuver while sent on difficult missions in the Shadow World. I've heard that there are difficult tasks in your world as well. Yeah, you've given them to me. Things like midterms or finding a job. If you can accomplish these missions, maybe you can create a new maneuver with someone in your life. Sure. what is the next thing? Rakta Paksha. We will need Gur and Vishnu's personal carrier. I believe that is Garuda. Do we have Garuda and Gur? We don't have Garuda, because Garuda is a star arcana. And then Gur... Was I looking right at it? Yeah, Gur we can get. Man, skeleton. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Can we fuse Garuda with anything we have on us? I think so, actually. Yeah, there we go.
Attack! There's only one! Good job!
Hell yeah! Alright, all 3 platinum medals. It's time to turn that in. But first, I believe I have a fusion raid to show off.
There are 2 of them.
So we need... we're going to be using Garuda. If we use Gur, we're going to get absolutely 1 hit killed. Knocks down all foes, plus Dekaja, medium odds. Okay. Alright. Cool, man. Alright, Elizabeth. Wonderful. You've obtained the 3 platinum medals I requested. That means you've defeated each of the rare medal-bearing shadows. I have the perfect reward for you. A special glove. It promises to be as entertaining as it is effective. We got Jack's gloves, huh? And we have the fusion spell, a gust of wind so fierce that it's hard to remain standing. If you're wearing a hat, take care that it's not blown away. Oh, doesn't one of your friends always wear a hat? I wonder what he does with his hat when you use Raktapaksha. It's a good question. Hey, it's for him. Alright, let's see. What do we have now? We should only have 3 available, right? Like to visit the room, perform last judge, and bring me a Myoho Muramasa. Oh boy. Alright, last judge. We need Mithra with the greatest of the heavenly hosts. Okay. I believe that's a Metatron. Are we a high enough level for Metatron? I don't think so. I think... Yeah, Metatron is like level 87. And then Mithra we can get. Mithra's only level 22. And I believe we've talked about Mithra. So, it's gonna be a while since we complete this one. I have it accepted, of course. So, here's the deal. We are going to be looking for this sword. This sword, the Muramasa, It appears in golden chests on floor 3 and 8 of the Monad Depths. However, it is exceedingly rare even so. I will be looking for it, and fighting enemies on the first 3 floors for as long as I have a full party. The moment I do not have a full party anymore, we stop. And then I will come back again later to, at the very least, train so I can do these fusion raids. And if we haven't found the sword, then we'll come back and look for it then as well. Either way, as I said, we have a time limit until we have less than a full party remaining. Once we do not have a full party, I'm refusing to go into the Monad Depths. I want that extra security. You know what I mean? Either way, let's get searching.
Not yet, Jotun! Please, be careful! Jotun defeated an enemy!
Serious?
Keep your guard up at all times! Whew, I was...
Well, I almost full party wiped, and thus, basically everyone's gone, and I got myself up to level 76, which is not as ideal as it should be. But alas, I'm not going into Monad with just Koromaru. So on that note, we will end things off here. In the next one, we will be going back to the dorm. So, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving a like and all that. And until then, have a fantastic day, alright?